Welcome back, Christmas lovers. Today we're counting down the top 10 most notorious, the most mischievous, the most dastardly Christmas villains in movie history. These are the baddies who tried to steal our joy, cancel our carols, and ruin the most wonderful time of the year. But here's the beautiful thing about Christmas. Even the coldest hearts can be warmed by the spirit of the season. So grab your hot cocoa, snuggle up by the fire, and let's meet the troublemakers who learned that Christmas isn't so easy to destroy after all. Starting at number 10, we have Scut Farkus from A Christmas Story. With his yellow eyes, that menacing laugh, and his signature raccoon skin cap, Scut is every kid's worst nightmare on the walk home from school. He's the schoolyard bully who makes Ralphie's life miserable, twisting arms and dishing out Chinese torture to anyone smaller than him. But here's the thing about bullies. They're really just cowards underneath. And when Ralphie finally snaps and gives Scut a taste of his own medicine, we all cheer, because standing up to fear is what heroes do. And that's a pretty great Christmas lesson right there. Number 9 brings us the absolutely terrifying Bumbling, the abominable snow monster from the classic Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. This massive, white-furred beast is described as mean, nasty, and hating everything to do with Christmas. He stalks our misfit friends across the frozen North Pole with those glowing eyes and roaring teeth. But here's where Christmas magic comes in. After Hermie the elf pulls out his teeth and Yukon Cornelius reforms him, Bumble becomes one of the good guys. He even helps put stars on top of Christmas trees. Talk about a redemption arc. Coming in at number 8, it's the creepy, crawly gremlins, led by their sinister leader, Stripe. These little monsters start out as adorable mogwais, but break the rules, getting wet and eating after midnight, and they transform into chaos-causing creatures of mayhem. They terrorize the town, wreck Christmas celebrations, and create absolute pandemonium. Stripe is the worst of them all, multiplying his gremlin army and wreaking havoc across Kingston Falls. They're a reminder that Christmas comes with responsibilities, and sometimes following the rules really does matter. Number 7 takes us into the shadows with Oogie Boogie from The Nightmare Before Christmas. This burlap sack of pure nightmare fuel lives up to his creepy name. With his underground lair, his love of gambling with lives, and his terrifying henchman Lock, Shock and Barrel, Oogie kidnaps poor Sandy Claus himself. He's one villain who doesn't get redeemed. When Jack unravels his cloth exterior, there's nothing inside but a writhing pile of bugs. Gross, but it reminds us that true evil is hollow inside, while Christmas is all about what fills our hearts. Sliding into number 6, we have the legendary Heat Miser from The Year Without a Santa Claus. He's Mr. Green Christmas, Mr. Sun, Mr. Heat Blister, Mr. 101, with his flaming red hair, hot temper, and control over all the world's warmth. Heat Miser lives in a volcano and feuds constantly with his brother Snow Miser. He's too much. Everything he touches melts in his clutch. But even this hot-headed troublemaker learns to compromise when Mother Nature steps in. Sometimes family squabbles need a mum's touch, even if you're magical, weather-controlling brothers. Halfway through at number 5, let's talk about the hilarious wet bandits from Home Alone. Harry and Marv are the bumbling burglars who make the terrible mistake of targeting the McAllister house, while 8-year-old Kevin is home alone. These two criminals get blowtorched, paint-canned, tarred, feathered, stepped on, ironed, and absolutely demolished by Kevin's ingenious traps. Joe Pesci and Daniel Stern created comedy gold as these dim-witted crooks who prove that crime doesn't pay. Especially at Christmas, they're a reminder that protecting your home and family is worth fighting for, no matter how young you are. Number 4 introduces us to Belsnickel from The Christmas Chronicles 2. Now here's a villain with a tragic backstory. Once a brilliant young elf adopted by Santa and Mrs. Claus, Belsnickel felt abandoned when Santa became too busy with the growing demands of Christmas around the world. His heart darkened with jealousy and resentment, and he broke the elves' code, which cursed him into becoming human, the very thing he'd grown to hate. Dressed in leather with a backwards cap, this angsty teen villain tries to steal the Christmas star and destroy the North Pole entirely. But deep down, all he really needed was to feel loved again. His redemption reminds us that everyone deserves a second chance, and that's what Christmas is all about. The bronze medal goes to the miser of all misers, Mr. Potter from It's a Wonderful Life. Henry F. Potter is so villainous that he ranks number 6 on the American Film Institute's list of greatest movie villains ever. This wealthy, heartless banker makes George Bailey's life absolutely miserable, crushing dreams and hoarding money, while everyone else struggles. What makes Potter truly despicable? He never gets redeemed. He keeps Uncle Billy's $8,000 and nearly drives George to suicide. He's the Grinch who never grows a heart. But his darkness makes George's light shine even brighter, showing us that one person's kindness can change an entire town. Our silver medalist is the original Christmas curmudgeon himself, Ebenezer Scrooge. Whether it's the George C. Scott version, the Muppet version, or any other adaptation of A Christmas Carol, Scrooge invented the art of holiday hating. Bah humbug! This penny-pinching miser works poor Bob Cratchit to the bone, refuses to give to charity, and thinks Christmas is just a time when people spend money they don't have. But when the ghosts of Christmas past, present and future show him the error of his ways, Scrooge becomes the most generous man in London. His transformation is the redemption story that proves it's never too late to change. And finally, claiming the number 1 spot with his heart 2 sizes too small, it's the Grinch, specifically Jim Carrey's unforgettable portrayal in the 2000 live-action film. Living alone on Mount Crumpet, bitter about his childhood treatment in Whoville, the Grinch plots to steal every present, every decoration, every morsel of Christmas cheer from the entire town below. With his dog Max reluctantly helping, he sneaks down the mountain on Christmas Eve and takes everything. But here's the magic. When the Who's wake up and sing anyway, showing him that Christmas doesn't come from stores, but means a little bit more. His heart grows 3 sizes. The Grinch's journey from villain to hero captures everything beautiful about Christmas, that love, community, and forgiveness can transform even the grouchiest heart. There you have it, friends. Our top 10 Christmas villains who remind us that the light of Christmas shines brightest when it overcomes the darkness. Each of these characters teaches us something valuable about standing up to bullies, about second chances, about the importance of family, and about the transforming power of love and generosity. Because at the end of the day, that's what Christmas is really about. Not the presents under the tree, but the love in our hearts and the hope that even the worst among us can find redemption. Merry Christmas, everyone, and remember, stay off the naughty list.